Good day to everyone listening. My name is Abu. I don't know, I don't think I've ever introduced myself ever. I just be saying shit. But yeah, Abu or Tele, whichever is suitable for any of y'all. I'm versatile, I'm comfortable, whatever. And today is another day for another chat. Today's chat is just something that me and my friends actually talked about yesterday. I think it was just like a mid conversation, but to think about it in a broader context, I feel like it will actually improve the taxi industry, especially here in South Africa. So we're just thinking of how taxis operate, right? There are taxis, um, and it's a most used mode of transportation in South Africa because of how convenient it is at some places and some people, and how cheap it is, and also how it's available literally everywhere. Taxis are available everywhere. They're not like Ubers. I was in Eastern Cape at home. Well, my grandmother's house, which is in the Lalis deep down, you can't find an Uber there. So things like taxis are mode of transport that are like so accessible, easy accessible, and everywhere. We're thinking of like things like an app. How would a world South Africa be with an app for taxis? An app where you can just go there and you look for like a taxi, or that is actually coming down to wherever you're going, like that's available around your area. You can actually also search taxis. If maybe I'm in Joburg, I just got to Joburg, I don't know where I can find a taxi to Mill Park, a taxi to Rosebank, a taxi to Randburg, stuff like that. You can just Google, not Google, you just go to the app and search Randburg, and it's gonna allocate you to every spot where you can find taxis to Randburg. You see, so people won't have to struggle so much to find stuff. And also taxi drivers can just work together in a sense of we are gonna all have this whole community of taxis instead of fighting each other like this is my spot, you're not supposed to drive here. Like people need a mode of transportation. Some people leave work at night, some people leave work at like inconvenient times, I can say that. And they will need a transport to take them. So if there's a taxi around, like you go to the app and you see there's a taxi moving from this place and it's going to where you're going, I think it's easy to just like have to wait there because you know there's a taxi coming through at a certain time. It might pass by where you're going and it's going to where you're going. And you just check it on the app and you see, oh, there's a taxi going somewhere else. I can find it here, like a convenient thing of people using apps to track taxis. And for some people, because like a lot of people use taxis, especially workers here in South Africa, black people specifically, like going to work and wherever. I think it would be so easy to just, once you get paid, you load a certain amount. Maybe you can get a discount, or just like not a discount, but like you can load a certain amount on to the app so that you can just easily travel from and to work for the whole month without having to worry about a transport fare. You know, you don't have to worry about where am I gonna get money for transport now, because you know you already loaded. Maybe you can load a weekly voucher, 2 week, like bi-weekly, or you can have a monthly one, even 6 months at most, where you just travel to places. Sorry, you travel to places, but it just like keeps taking from the balance that you have. Something's more easier and more accessible for people. Um, but it's just an idea, because like I know no one is gonna do it. I'm not like, I don't make apps, and even if I would make an app, I don't think taxi drivers will use or do that. Like South African taxi drivers at large, they wouldn't do that. But I feel like it's a really good idea, and it would really work properly for us, like really work, do wonders, work well for mostly black South Africans or South Africans of color, the ones that use taxis, people that use taxis like an average South African. That's all I can say. And it's a lot of people that use taxis. I also use taxis personally because like sometimes if I go into a place and I know Uber is gonna be so expensive, I would rather take a taxi. Because sometimes taxis can be convenient. You can just get a taxi like right around the corner. So why am I taking an Uber to go somewhere at the same spot? Like I can walk the same spot with a taxi. Like I don't have to travel a lot. But taxis, the industry of taxis in South Africa, I think will change a lot if it will be more like it will be more broader and more, I don't know, this word just left my mind, but yeah, it will try to work on more ideas than just traveling and taking people to wherever they're taking them. And yeah, I feel like there needs to be something, anything that can make it easier for people to also travel. Like tracking taxis will be like a one top tier thing that will be so advanced in South Africa. Yeah, more advanced. Yeah, tracking taxis will be something that will actually make South Africa more advanced. That's my check. But yeah, I don't have anything to say. Today is a good day. Yeah.